Third down and 20.
So last segment of the day, this should be a fun one. I'm really excited for this. We're going to call it a 5-second draft. Basically, we're going to redraft the 2021 rookie class. We're not almost halfway through the season, but we're enough games to where there's been a little bit of deviation from August. So we're going to go through. We have 5 seconds to pick and go through two rounds of the draft. Let me get this.
Let's fucking do it. I'm hyped.
What's the order? What are we doing?
So yeah, that's the first thing that needs to be decided. Is that I'm going to randomize the order. Random is on the screen. Back. Here we go. Did that actually randomize?
Or we doing snake?
Okay, here we go. JT 1, Jake 2, Frank 3, Lounis 4. And yes, it's a snake draft.
Okay, let's do it.
All right, what pick do I have?
You're at pick 1. Jake 2, Frank 3, Lounis 4. We have 5 seconds to pick. Now, there's not going to be like an actual timer, but you gotta
fill in fast.
You gotta pick quickly.
Okay.
So be ready.
So I'm 4, right? Yeah.
Hold on. Let me get this. Let me get the board on the screen, and then we can start.
Are we just doing snake? So like I'm picking 104 and 105.
Lounis, it's color coded. It's color coded.
Oh shit!
We laid it out for you.
I just scrolled down.
Bang time. Here we go. Draft board on the screen. Let me see if I can make this a little bit smaller. Right before we start. Yeah, here we go. Look at this. This is majestic.
So funny.
All right, board is on the screen. Let's get started.
It's a total boss.
JT, you're up. 3, 2, 1, go.
Oh, you are crazy.
Oh crap.
Oh my goodness.
So first pick, Jamar Chase. Second pick, Trevor Lawrence.
Did I get Trey Lance at 104?
103, Kyle Pitts. 104, Trey Lance. Justin Fields, 106. I'm going to go Najee at 106.
Oh, jeez.
107, Justin Fields 105, Najee 106.
It's weird with the color. It's weird with the colors because I think they're positions when I normally see colors.
Yeah.
Jake, 5 seconds, almost up.
Whoa.
Jalen Waddle. Oh, shit. Jalen Waddle, 107.
That's some fucking insane picks. What the fuck?
I'm trying to look to see who's still there.
Rashad
Bateman.
Oh, my
What?
I'm sticking to my guns.
Oh, my.
Dude,
I had Bateman as 106. I had Bateman as one. Okay, wait. This.
God.
All right, hold on. For podcast people,
How is
right?
Bateman
This is not
ahead
going to
of
be a
Mac
great
Jones?
segment. All right, for podcast people, I'm going to rerun this. Right, we got Jamar Chase 101. This is super flex, by the way. Jamar Chase 101, Jesus. Trevor Lawrence 102, Kyle Pitts 103, Trey Lance 104, Justin Fields 105, Najee Harris 106, Jalen Waddle 107, Javonte Williams 108. Rashad Bateman 109, 110 Mac Jones, 111 Zach Wilson. Lounis is now up at 112.
Lounis, 5 seconds is up, bro.
Yeah,
you gotta get this going. You forfeit your pick.
All the quarterbacks been taken. Yeah, I'm sorry. The colors are throwing me off.
Colors are throwing me off.
It's colors, Lounis. This is frustrating stuff.
I want to make sure I'm not forgetting anyone.
Of course, Lounis goes Kadarius Toney 112.
Back picks, which is tough.
And then I'll probably still. Am I forgetting someone? No, I'm not forgetting anyone, right?
Yes,
yeah, you probably are.
Who am I forgetting?
Devontae Smith.
I yoinked him.
Oh my God!
Lounis took ETN at 201. Frank took Devontae Smith.
Oh wait,
at
I just changed my 111, my 112, my 112.
Dude, you took 19 seconds on that pick. No, it's supposed to be a 5 second.
No, listen, I updated it. I completely forgot about Devontae Smith.
Yeah, and I forgot about Javonte Williams. We live and we learn. Let's go.
All right, fine. I'll go Rondell Moore.
Who's now? Jake?
Where are we at? So
now I got
Devontae Smith 112, Tony 201, Rondell Moore 202.
Zach Wilson should be taken.
Zach Wilson's been gone. Where are you?
Lounis, come on, man.
This guy is just out here. Oh God, I have 2 picks coming up. I don't know.
Here it's getting cut off. Part of the draft.
Yeah, hold on. Let's bring it up here.
203, you're up. You're taking.
Yeah, it's a solid stall, Jake.
Oh, my bad. I'm going to take your boy.
Oh, what? I mean, I agree with him. I was just about to take him, but
Jesus Christ.
I'll go Diami Brown. And then for 205, I will take. This is where I'm starting to sputter out here. I think I got to do it because he's not coming back to me. I also don't know how to spell his last name.
No! Why? Why? Come on! No!
Oh, Etienne is no longer. I thought Etienne. I probably still wouldn't have taken Etienne.
Crap! I'm running out of people.
All right, to recap for pod people, Rondale Moore went 202, Terrace Marshall 203, Diami Brown 204, Pat Frymuth 205, Travis Etienne 206, Elijah Moore 207. He's falling.
Oh,
wow.
God.
Lounis goes
Lounis.
Trey Sermon.
Lounis.
Lounis is clowning us. He managed to take Tony over Devontae Smith before realizing Devontae's
I just forgot about Devontae Smith.
He's now taking Trey Sermon at 208.
He's going to take both Niners backs. Don't worry.
Oh, no. He goes Kenneth Gainwell 209.
Dude, I'm choking here. I'm going to go with your boy, Elijah Mitchell.
Frank takes Elijah
210.
Mitchell 210. That's
Can't
good. I
spell
didn't
his
really
name
want
either.
Elijah Mitchell.
Amirat 211.
I really wanted Elijah Moore. I was hoping you guys would
Oh,
forget about
all right. Mr. Irrelevant.
Who would I take if I were here?
Yeah, I mean, to me, there's
I mean, if you still
Someone-
like Mond, but probably not.
Gainwell.
I just took
Gainwell's
Gainwell.
gone. I went with Nico Collins at 212.
Yeah,
we haven't really seen a whole
I
lot
don't
from
hate
him yet.
Nico
But
Collins. I think
He
the only
just got, like,
person
6 targets
I
last
consider.
that's true.
I might have considered Michael Carter, but I think that's about it.
All right, are we able to? Let me.
Wow,
zoom
what a
out of this.
crazy! If you're a podcast, if you're listening to us on the podcast, I'm sorry, that was just a crazy.
Yeah, that
I'll
was a
recap-
shit show.
I'll recap it for podcast. Lounis was also surprised by every pick, but then managed to get some of the worst picks in the later parts of the draft.
All right, that's good. That's fine enough.
Jamar Chase.
Oh no,
was
which one do you
101.
like? Which one do you hate the Tony? I
Yeah,
like
well,
Tony.
you took Tony at 112 over.
Well, no, that's
Devontae,
just
who-
because
who
if I had a draft board in front of me, I wouldn't.
Trey
have made
Sermon
that.
at 208
Lounis,
also. at this
Lounis,
point
that
is
was
not
the
great.
whole. That was the whole point of this.
Yeah,
What, to not have a
Elijah,
draft board?
yeah.
Yeah, you took a good 40 seconds on that 112 pick
Yeah.
and then changed it.
Had a bunch of time. Yeah, he had a bunch of time too at 208, and then took Trey Sermon, forgetting that Elijah Mitchell existed.
No, I didn't forget about.
Ludus, man. Ludus. Get your shit together, man.
I
All
didn't
right, now
forget
let's
about
talk
Elijah
about it.
Mitchell.
Let's talk about this stuff. We can go
All right.
through
I
consensus
still
as
would
well.
rather own Trey Sermon than Mitchell in Dynasty.
All right, here's consensus on the screen. So consensus according to Keep Trade Cut, Najee Harris 101, Jamar Chase 102, Kyle Pitts, T-Law, Trey Lance, Javonte Williams, Justin Fields, Devontae Smith, Waddle, Mac Jones, Travis Etienne, Zach Wilson at 12. First pick of the second round here in the 12-man draft, Kadarius Toney, then Rondale Moore, Bateman, Elijah Moore, Terrace Marshall, Elijah Mitchell, Chuba Hubbard, Michael Carter, Kenneth Gainwell, Khalil Herbert, Pat Fryermuth, and Amon-Ra St. Brown.
I mean, I don't want to say it, but I'm going to say it anyway. Najee Harris went 106 in our draft. I'm taking DeAndre Swift over most of these guys. I think all of these guys, to be fair. When we had Najee going 106, but we were just debating DeAndre Swift.
I mean, I think he probably should go.
Najee
little
Harris.
higher.
I mean, no, DeAndre Swift in this draft for me would probably go 108.
Yeah, you're wild.
I'd take Najee and Javonte. I think
You got a lot
Javonte
of
and Swift are
haters.
supposed to. I don't know why Waddle's going 107. Unless you made a mistake. Unless you just forgot about people.
He forgot about Javonte.
I forgot about
Forgot about
Javonte.
He
Javonte,
loves
okay.
Waddle, all right? He's a
But I
big
do
guy.
love-
Okay.
Dude had 13 targets last week. I don't
For
know
like
why.
60 yards.
Yeah, it's more targets than Henry Ruggs had in his life.
Wait, didn't you like Waddle? Weren't you the highest of us on Waddle?
No,
before?
I liked
Oh.
Waddle. I just think him at 107 is kind of crazy. I said he's still a late first for me.
All right, so let's get into it, though.
So wait, hold on.
biggest
hold on.
changes from
So
August?
what? You just swap him
He's-
with Javonte? Is that your only swap here?
No, I'd probably take Devontae Smith over him. I think him and Tony are close. Him and Tony and Rondale Moore are in the same tier.
You had Waddle over Devontae pre-draft.
Pre-draft, am I not?
What makes
After 6 weeks of watching rookies?
Yeah, what
like,
makes
it's-
Devontae Smith that much better than Waddle over these 6 weeks?
He's just looked like a better receiver to me.
Jalen Waddle,
What have you
I
been
think
watching?
he's outproduced him. Yeah.
What have you been watching?
There's the Eagles bias really kicking in now.
If anything,
Yeah.
Eagles. No, I just think Devontae Smith has looked like a better receiver. He's looked like a better route runner. He's
No,
played
he
more
has
games.
not.
Yeah, he has.
Route
Devontae
running
Smith
is
is
such a
Frank.
route running is what you see with your own eyes. Like
I
route
want
running
to talk
is
about
just a
how the
bias.
mock draft has changed and actually get into the segment we were supposed to talk about instead of just.
I mean,
talking about
we kind of are because
We
Luna's
kind of are. We're
pre-draft.
talking-
Luna's pre-draft. Let's look at it. If we go down, we could see our final after the rookie mock draft. Luna's had Jalen Waddle at pick. Let's see, one. Oh, maybe Lunas was lower on Jalen Waddle.
Yeah, y'all can stuck it.
Here's
Lunas
what
had
I
Waddle
want
as
to
well.
bring up is
Yeah, and I Devontae Smith ahead.
At 108. Yeah. All right. I could have just sworn though that you were always the guy
I
going
like
like,
Waddle.
look,
I
yeah.
like Waddle. I like him. I just think
just
Like
Devontae
Waddle
Smith is a
until
better
the Eagles
receiver.
took Devontae Smith.
Dude,
Yeah, I think that's
I feel
gotta
like-
be it.
I
It's
feel
gotta
like
be
all right,
it.
guys.
I'm not
All right,
alone
all right.
on it.
First thing
Devontae-
I find interesting about the mock compared to August and compared to a lot of other drafts is actually how in both our mock and in the keep trade cut values right now, how there are a lot of running backs filling out the mid to end of the second round, which is usually not the way you see that happen. You usually see those running backs either skyrocket up to like a late first, early second in value, or kind of fizzle out into that third round, fourth round, or just crap tier. But right now, they seem to kind of just be filling out a lot of this middle section and replacing some of the receivers that were picked in the end of the second round.
Yeah, I mean, I think the surprise pick for us was, Lunas took Trey Sermon at 208. I think people probably expected him to fall a little more. He was probably taken around 203 to 205 in the rookie drafts. So he only fell about 3-4 spots in this.
He's
in
not
this
even
redraft.
in the top 24 in the keep trade cut one.
Yeah, I
and
think
Michael Carter wasn't picked, and he is.
correct.
He's another one that fell a lot though.
I'd much rather have Sermon over Carter.
Interesting.
I think I would too. I fall.
I mean, the thing
off on both of them.
with Sermon for me is like it's more just been like Shanahan kind of like just not really giving him touches because I thought the games where he got touches he looked pretty good in. It's kind of similar
That's
to
okay.
Ayuk's situation. Like, how much lower are you on Ayuk as a talent because of his lack of snaps and everything? Like, I still genuinely like Ayuk. Like, obviously his value has went down, but it's not
right,
like
but it's a very different situation when you've seen a guy put up a great end of a season. You've seen him do it for 6, 7, 8 games and put up 700 yards as a rookie wide receiver.
I'm basing this off of my college evaluation of Trey Sermon, and in the touches he has gotten, I think he's looked decent. I just don't think he's really gotten any. But I don't think that'll be the case forever.
Well, we had talked about Sermon a couple episodes ago, where I do think that he's one of those players. Cam Akers last year, right? Where he's not playing, and these Shanahans, McVays, and whatnot, they're all running the similar system and come from the same tree. Like, these are guys that they'll feed a running back, but they're only going to do it when their time comes and when they really feel comfortable with it. And clearly, that Shanahan has not reached that level of comfort. But what's stopping Trey Sermon week 12, week 11 from finally putting it together, stringing together a few good practices and gaining that trust? Other thing that's interesting is the first round has, like, if you were to combine our mock that we just did with keep trade cut values, first round really hasn't changed. Like, the players in it, the positions have changed a little bit of some of the players, but everyone that was picked in the first round in August is still being picked in the first round and valued as a first rounder now.
Yeah, I just don't think we've seen enough bad games from any of these players yet.
Yeah.
The quarterbacks haven't looked great, but again, they're quarterbacks, and it's,
The
they kind of get an
apologists.
excuse. Yeah, they get that built-in excuse of being the quarterbacks. So, yeah, it's hard for and the players that were drafted in the first round that weren't quarterbacks have been solid. I guess Etienne was the only one that was like a borderline first one that we haven't really seen yet. So, and Bateman, but Bateman even looked solid last week.
Well, that's the funny thing too, is that Etienne, according to Keep Trade Cut, is still the 11th most valued rookie. We had him around 11.
That's pretty much where we had him, in our rookie draft season.
And it's funny too, because I don't think the consensus is that much lower on Etienne I mean, obviously during draft he was probably valued a little bit higher, and maybe realistically he's worth a very early second. But you might still be able to trade ETN for a first.
Yeah, I'd probably have him. I'm trying to think where I'd move guys around. I'd probably have him around where we have probably 204 or 205. I would have taken him.
I had a hard time taking. Yeah, I had a hard time taking Freiermuth over him at 205.
Yeah, I think that's one of the very few things I would have changed.
We've been higher on Freiermuth at consensus like this whole time. Maybe that's partly because we're in Superflex, tight end premium leagues.
Yeah,
but regardless, you just saw it last game where he finally starts getting some of these targets. Yeah, I mean, this has gone a little bit standard. Bateman's still in here. JT taking his guy Bateman, but I actually do think that Bateman still is valued around a first rounder. I think that realistically, Tony would be more where Bateman is in this mock via consensus, but you have your guys that still love Bateman. You have your guys that have somewhat flipped on Tony.
no.
And all along Tony truthers.
Yeah, sure.
But what's funny too is that Tony is still in keep trade cut, not in the top 12. At least
That's
right
crazy.
now.
I mean,
I liked him a lot. There's not many rookie receivers.
One very good game.
It's a
I don't know if
historic
you've seen the
game.
All right, let's calm down.
I mean, 10
Yeah,
for
that's-
189
the
is
thing,
tough
though,
to
that's
see from any
interesting is
receiver.
I'm seeing plenty of threads where the price to get Tony owners to sell is a first plus, which doesn't seem to really be reflected in.
Yeah,
I mean,
you're
he's
kind of
the
crazy if you think
13th
you're getting
pick.
that.
Like, I understand this is a pretty good draft class, but the fact that it takes a first plus to get the 13th currently valued rookie does seem a little bit egregious to a certain extent.
And I think you would still have a hard time trying to trade Elijah Moore trading Tony for Elijah Moore. You know, even though he's technically
Wait, hold on. I'm
spots
confused.
ahead.
Wait, so if you were to trade Tony for Elijah
Oh,
Moore,
I think
that gets
you
done
get
a lot.
Elijah Moore plus. I think you get Elijah Moore plus.
I don't know. I think it would get done, but I think there would be people because obviously people are attached to where they took these guys, and a lot of these people took Elijah Moore ahead of Tony in these rookie drafts, and they're going to say, well, I don't know. Let's see how he develops a little bit. So,
to me though, I got it on the screen here for those interested. Right here, this number 15 spot where Bateman's at seems to be kind of like the line between the first round valuated players and the second round valuated players.
Yeah.
And Bateman, you'll have the guys that value him at a second. You have the guys that are sticking by their guns and saying they still first. And rightfully so. The guy hasn't played. What's the line in that graph from How I Met Your Mother? Like the Vicky Mendoza line or something?
Oh,
Yeah,
isn't that like the
Mendoza.
crazy hotline?
Yeah, that's the line right here. That's Bateman. It's the Bateman line.
Yeah,
I'd agree that's pretty much the thing. I think Elijah Moore right now is where you start to get into like a decent second. You could probably get him for, or not a decent. I'll say like a good second, like an early second.
Yeah, the two below Bateman, Elijah Moore and Terrace Marshall are the two that saw like the huge rookie training camp hype and have since not done a whole lot. But I still like both those guys. Definitely,
Most
Terrace
people
Marshall a
are
lot
still
more.
holding them. There's no panic.
Yeah, we're in the hold zone. We're in the hard hold.
I think the biggest thing I got from the consensus ranking is like you can still sell Michael Carter for a decent amount. I'm surprised Carter.
Absurd.
I'm surprised Carter's ahead of guys like Gainwell, the Muth, Amon-Ra. For me, even Sermon. I think Sermon's looked better on his touches.
Look, I'm not going to do my whole touting thing, but just so we know where biases stand, Frank said he'd rather have Michael Carter than DeAndre Swift. To me, he did say that.
Maybe.
Right?
Maybe.
I'm not
So
gonna
just
say
so you
that.
know where Frank stands on this stuff
Wait, when did he say that?
at your house.
Oh, God.
That was post draft, I believe, but it wasn't.
And I don't hate Michael Carter, by the way, when I say that. Like, I don't hate him. It's just like, what has he
Dude, that
done to
offense
still
is
be ahead of some of those
trash,
guys?
man. That offense
Yeah.
is so trash.
That
like-
Zach Wilson guy, trash. No, I'm kidding, but
If we
All
did
right.
this a week ago, Kenneth Gainwell would be even higher.
Yeah, I agree. I thought he kind of went low.